Hello all and welcome back. So in this video, now having been done a lots of question on linked list, I want to tell you what are the different type of linked list which you can encounter. Now majorly in 95% of the cases, we will be getting a simple linked list, also known as a singly linked list, which we have discussed. Everywhere, majorly that is what is used. But there are some variation which we should be aware about, and so let's discuss on them. The very first one is singly linked list. In a singly linked list, everyone, as we have seen, each node, each node has a data and next pointer, right? Data and next pointer. If I have to draw that, and let us not draw that in this way, we have seen already, right? So let's say this is one node, the node class which we made, it is going to get drawn like this. So let's say the data is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be none in the end, right? This is the most common linked list. You will see it using 99% of the time. And they are just joined like this. Right, everyone? So again, we have seen this a lot of time. We know that this is the head which we have to deal with. So we will just be given the head. And in this, we have a concept of tail as well, right? So we have a concept of tail as well. Given the head and the tail, we have to just write on that. The most basic element of this linked list is a node, which is having a data and the pointer next, right? Great. So now let us move forward and see another variation, which is doubly linked list. Now in doubly linked list, each node, each node has data and two pointers. And what are these pointers? Next and previous. Now again, you can imagine that in this particular, the most fundamental element, the node, that will be changed. Okay, so I'm going to write that down as well. And overall, all the other things are going to be a lot similar. Rather will be a lot easy as well when compared to the singly linked list. Because now we can go back as well, everyone, right? So we can now go back as well. Let me just draw this. So making sure that, if you have to revise from these notes, you can just easily do that. So pay attention, everyone, what's going to happen here. We will be having this connections like this. So along with having a forward node, a next node, we have the previous node as well in each and every node, right? So I hope you're able to imagine now how many operations, right? How easy will they become if we have some linked list like this. And the last one, of course, are none and none. The biggest benefit in this linked list is that you can actually travel from a given node to the head as well. In this linked list, the direction of travel is this, but here you can travel like this or like this. So that will make lots of your programs a lot easier to overall implement, right? So let's say we have the data like this, 30 and 40 finally. Great. So let me just write the most fundamental unit of this and we can, one second, close this. So let's say doubly linked list. This is something which you also have to implement. I think it will be pretty easy. I will be making a video soon as well on this. So we have a class double LL node it's going to be a lot easy, right? So def, init, self, and data. Once you have this, self dot data equals data. I think we took value here, so let me make it value only, right? Self dot next equals none. Self dot previous equals none. So this is the most fundamental unit of this particular double linked list, everyone. Then we will have a class doubly linked list. Okay. In this, we will make a constructor in it. Okay. Where we will have self, and self dot head is going to be just a, as of now it will be none. Initially it will be none. And we will be making note of this. So again, the understanding is the reason I spent so much time with all of you to do all those operations, which we did in the singly linked list, is that once we get a lot deeper understanding the visualization from a singly linked list, then making sure that we can implement these variations is not that difficult. Yes, you will face a little bit of issues. I understand that. Even I face them. But overall, because we have spent so much time now on those operations, you will not have any major problems in implementing them. So for the timing, I want you to just try it out. Again, I have made sure that the solutions are there. I have made a video on that. But if you will be able to code them once, then you will be feel a lot more comfortable, right? So we will have same operations on these: insert, delete, search. But now they are a lot easy, right? Because I don't need to care about any particular thing. I can just go back and forth in a very easy manner. Okay, so great everyone. Now let us see the next variation in that sense. Now the next variation which is going to be is a circular linked list. So let me write that down. Circular linked list. Now what happens in a circular linked list? Let's say we have this overall node. Second, yeah. So this, let's say, is your node, everyone. These nodes are just connected in a circle. So let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah. So they are just connected like this in a circle. If I draw the pointers, they will be connecting something like this. So pay attention, everyone. See. So it's a singly linked list only, just that the tail is connected back to head. So in a way, if you actually see, there is no concept of tail or head here, right? Because if you say to me that this is the head, then I can very well argue that, hey, this is also the head. Okay, so let me write this down. No concept of tail or head. We only need a single node to get access of whole list, right? Rather linked list. Now, one thing to note here, everyone, just that again, the direction is this only. It's just that because it is circular, so we don't need to worry on this, right? It's the direction is still the same. And many of you might have done that detect loop in a linked list question. So lots of things will be connecting from there only, right? So just that again, we will be doing all the things in a similar manner. But instead of having a condition, right, where we will say that head dot next is null, that is still no. We will just make sure that when we reach back to head, a circle is complete. So what I mean by that, any condition which you are writing here, any condition which you are writing, that will actually be on if you have reached from where you started. Let's say if you started from this particular node and you have to search a particular element, then you will go to the next node, then the next node, then the next node, and then next node again. Just that in every node, you will check if you are where you started from. If yes, then you will break out of that loop, right? Else, you will keep on searching and it will be an infinite loop. So that is something just we have to check. So every time you are traversing this particular linked list, please make a overall variable or remember from where you started. And at every operation, please make sure that able to check, you are able to check if you are at where you started, right? So let's say if you start from this address, which is let's say some 0x100, every time make sure to check, hey, are we at 0x100? Are we at 0x100? Like this. Else, in this particular linked list, you will end up in a infinite loop. Okay, great. So just let us now see the last variation, everyone. Again, the understanding is pretty easy. Connecting them. So fourth one is doubly circular linked list. So it is a linked list. It's just doubly circular this time. So if I have to draw this, this is the most basic element, the node, very much similar to what we have in, one second, yeah, very much similar to what we have in a doubly circular, doubly linked list. Exact same. Just let me show you where the variation is going to come. So pay attention, everyone. This is going to be the forward pointer. And in a very similar manner, we will have a backward pointer as well. Okay. So this, if you now see, it's a linked list, which is doubly circular. Okay. So just that is the difference. I can have the data here, 10, 20, 30. Next and previous. Uh, yeah, previous pointer basically. I think it's the opposite way, right? My bad. So I have messed this up. This should be the next pointer. If we see, this is the next pointer, everyone. Next. And the yellow one is previous. So just like we have two pointers in doubly linked list, here also we have that, and they are circular as well. So the linked list is circular as well. Okay. So this is just a way of drawing it. You can of course draw it like this as well, and you will have pointers going back here as well. Okay. So yeah, everyone, I hope this is clear now. What are the different variations? Again, most of the time, you will either be using the singly linked list, okay, or some variation of that, like the doubly linked list or something, where or you are storing some extra data. Okay, so in the data, of course, we can store multiple things. It is not limited to just storing a value. So majorly, it's very important to crack and understand that in very much depth, because all these are just the variation which can be easily mastered or worked upon once you have cracked or understood one type of linked list, and that is for us singly linked list. In major companies, major interviews, online assessment questions, 90% questions you are going to see for singly linked list only. That said, you should be aware of these variation. The reason is that if you are aware, you can still think on them a little bit. And if anytime you find a node where the address of previous is stored, then you can just think and work on that as well. Okay, everyone. So I won't suggest that you have to like write each and every of these linked list from scratch and do lots of questions. No, just try to write them once and then do some questions. And instead of just running behind different variations, try to master the singly linked list properly. Because if you do that, you will be at a better place in cracking questions, interviews, OS, or any engineering problem as well. So instead of running behind a less knowledge of each and every variation, a single in-depth knowledge of single linked list is a lot helpful. Okay, everyone. So great then. I hope it is a lot clear. Again, you will be getting these notes. So please make sure you download them. The reason I'm making them so nicely is that you will be able to quickly revise everything which we have discussed in your future for your exam or for any particular interview which you might have. Okay. So great then everyone. Let's meet in the next video then. Thank you.